Did you get your Doritos at the convenience store that had the food item?
Thank you for saying that.
Jeez. You know, when you hear it out. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Education Instruction Subcommittee on this glorious Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. We are going to be taking a collection up in the General Assembly to hopefully pay the utility bill so the air conditioning can be turned down for us. So outside, there'll be a collection box. You put it in there. I do not believe they're tax deductible, so be careful. Members, if you'll sign in real quick. Madam Clerk, if you'll take the roll for us. Chairman Hurt will be excused. He is becoming a grandfather. Well, his daughter's doing all the work, but he'll become a grandfather here sometime today, hopefully. Madam Clerk, take the roll.
Mr. Chairman, you have 5 present. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Members, any personal orders for the committee? Is Jackson Central here? Nope. Okay. What was that? Yes. Oh, great. Hey, we have Jackson Central Mary Early College High School, correct? And the educator fellows. If you'll stand up, I'd like to welcome you to our committee. I have a majority, so they can rule today, so be careful. Everybody, thanks for coming today. We have a very short calendar. Next week will be our final calendar, so whatever we don't get through today and next week, we will be done here in our Education Instruction Committee for this 114th General Assembly. We have 3 bills on the calendar today. The first one, without objection, House Bill 2125 by Leader Cochran, will be rolled 1 week. He's got some family issues, so without objection, rolled 1 week. Next up is House Bill 1857 by Chairman Rudd. Chairman Rudd, you're recognized. Have a motion and a second. I don't see an amendment, right? The bill is in a proper position. Go ahead and present your bill, sir.
This is a bill brought to me by my school board, and at their request, I guess at a recent meeting, some of the other school systems, I don't know which ones, was refusing to teach about the 4th of July. As you know, we required civics teaching, but some of them weren't teaching about the 4th of July because it happened while they're out of session. So this just requires that 4th of July is taught like all other things in civic by all school systems, be a part of the civics curriculum.
Members, you've heard the presentation. I believe you have somebody that has signed in. Do they want to speak or are they okay?
They can speak if they so choose.
Okay, before we get into this, let's go out of session real quick. I believe it is Ms. Frances Rosales. If you'll come up, state your name and where you're from, and then we'll give you 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chairman and the members of the committee. My name is Frances Rosales. I'm here representing you serve the Rutherford County Schools as a school board member. I'm establishing an instructional day to observe the 4th of July in our schools. Independence Day is more than a summer holiday. It marks the birth of our nation and the principles of liberty, self-government, and responsibility. That defines who we are as Americans. Setting aside instructional time ensures students understand the history and meaning behind the celebration. It also reinforces the importance of the Declaration of Independence, the foundation of our Constitution, and the rights and freedoms they protect, rights that every generation must understand in order to preserve. This is not about politics.
You got time.
Oh, I'm out of time. That was 3 minutes was fast.
No, you have time.
Oh.
Take a breath and take your time.
Well, last time I spoke and they said it was over, and I was like, I got to make sure I say it all this time.
I'm a softie up here.
Well, thank you, Chairman. Sorry about that. My apologies.
Take your time.
So this is not about politics. It's about civic education. It gives teachers the opportunity to provide age-appropriate lessons on the Declaration of Independence, the founding of our country, and the freedoms we enjoy today. If we want our students to be informed, engaged citizens, we must teach them the foundations of our republic. I respectfully ask for your support in recognizing the 4th of July with meaningful instruction for our schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Rosales. Any questions for our presenter, Representative Mayberry? Okay. Mayberry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say thank you for Ms. Rosales for bringing this before us. I actually know her as a fellow school board member. We got elected at the same time. I appreciate all you're doing out there. And she's your husband, right, is actually cousins with somebody in my church. So,
That's right.
yeah, so I appreciate it. But I just want to say thank you for bringing this to our attention, and we appreciate the representative for bringing it to us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Mayberry. Representative Johnson.
Thank you. So you said you were on the school board. Did you ever teach? Were you a teacher?
So when I first started, when I first got elected, I was not a teacher. But now I get to say that I am a teacher because I have been teaching for the past 4 years as a substitute teacher. And I've actually stepped into the classroom. It has afforded me to get a view of what teachers go through day in and day out. And it's not an easy task. It's definitely not a park. Wonderful park down the street or whatever you want to call it. But yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, because my question.
Well, follow up. Go ahead, Representative Johnson.
My question, I guess, would be, I mean, I taught for 27 years in multiple grade levels, and we did teach 4th of July, and we talked about all of the attributes that it talks about here. So I'm curious where you think it's not just because in school when it happens for the most part, some summer school kiddos, but it is taught, throughout the years. So I'm just curious what the impetus was for this. And my concern, of course, is as educators, we continue to put things, don't roll your eyes back there. We continue to add things to the curriculum and not remove other things. And so teachers are already struggling to meet those standards. And so my concern here is that this is taught multiple times throughout a child's education. And that, again, we're adding something and not removing something from a teacher's plate.
Ms. Rosales.
All right, thank you very much. So what I will have to say to you about that in regards to adding more things to the plate. First of all, within the bill, the director is going to decide what day that will be taught. Second of all, it's not going to be something that is a prolonged thing that you're going to be teaching every single day. It's just 1 hour, possibly maybe 45 minutes, one day out of the 100 and something days that we have in the school. And thirdly, if we're talking about this is taught every year, I've been in the classrooms for the K through 6, and social studies is not part of the curriculum for the elementary schools. It is when you're in middle school and high school, but that is not still guaranteed that we're going to hit exactly in all these points that we're talking about today, because I've been there where it hasn't been taught, and that's what afforded. Plus, something as simple as Martin Luther King Jr., and I know this is a little bit off topic, but it kind of relates to that. Some kids, we don't even talk about that, about the importance of what great accomplishment he has done. So this is just another way of making sure that we are talking about things that have made a profound history. And given that we're in the 250th anniversary of celebration of the United States, it's a way for our students to celebrate and commemorate that our nation is celebrating 250 years, and it'll be in the state of Tennessee. And right now we're doing that in Rutherford County. So I passed a resolution, and we are actually going to be doing this in my county.
Seeing no other questions, we're going to go back in session. Thank you, Ms. Rosales. Appreciate it. Members, we're back in session. Representative Rudd, you got any closing comments before we take our vote?
No, she is very
good.
knowledgeable and eloquent on what she's witnessed and seen. And again, if everyone's doing this, it doesn't hurt anyone. They're already doing it. But for those individuals or systems that may be, this will get them in line.
Members, that is the bill presented before us. It is House Bill 1857. Without objection, we're going to go ahead and take the vote. Madam Clerk, take the vote, please. Please vote, everybody. Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 ayes and 1 no.
Receiving a majority, House Bill 1857. We'll move on to full ed. We'll see you next week, Chairman. Next up is House Bill 1747 by Representative Freeman. We have a motion?
Second.
We have a second. We have a second. Your bill, do you have any amendments on the bill?
Yes, sir, I do. It's Amendment Drafting Code 12824.
This does rewrite the bill, drafting code 012824. I have a motion to add it to the bill. I have a motion to add to the bill. Second there. All those in favor of adding House Amendment 012824 to the bill, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Ayes have it. Representative Freeman, you're in the proper position to present your bill.
Thank you, Chairman and Committee. One of the greatest honors I get in this role as a state representative is to talk to school groups. And every time I talk to a group of school kids, I ask them if they have any ideas for legislation. And sometimes it's, no summer school or, it goes all across the board. But my good friend Jacob Francie here had a really great idea. And we drafted it and it is before you. And if you would like, I would love the opportunity for him to describe the idea. And then I can answer any questions we may have.
Without objection, members, let's go out of session.
Please.
If you'll step up and introduce yourself, your name and where you come from, and then we'll give you 3 minutes-ish. Okay?
Thank you, Chairman. I am Jacob Francie. I am a senior at the Innsworth High School here in Nashville.
Need
And
some football.
yeah, I know. Hey, I'm very happy to have Representative Freeman as my state representative. Me, my friends, people I've made friends with across the whole entire state of Tennessee, we wanted to at least put one bill in this session to see if we can make any real change, no matter what age you are or where you are at school. So the biggest issue that we all decided on was increasing civics education and knowledge, essentially. We understood that Tennessee recently ranked among the youth, especially the youth in Tennessee, one of the lowest in the country in voter turnout. We want to make sure everyone here in the state of Tennessee, no matter what age, goes out to vote. So this bill essentially would allocate 3 school days to field trips to students who are in civics classes or government classes, and they would take them to all 3 branches of the government. One would be a local county executive, like a mayor's office, local city council or general assembly, and then obviously one judicial branch. I think this would be a perfect way to increase civics, increase voter engagement, and maybe even get you some more interns. So you're welcome on that part.
Members, you've heard any questions for our presenter? Representative Johnson, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. And typically one of the questions I ask is about, is it going to be any additional time? But I have looked at the standards and see that you're just complementing the standards that already exist. And so, I really appreciate this legislation because I can speak to the impact of those field trips where not just reading it in a book, but you're actually going there and watching it happen and really understanding. Tennessee can be very confusing when it comes to civics. It can be confusing with, election cycles when you've got even year and odd year elections. And so really giving people that practical aspect of getting out and talking to those folks, I think would do well, and especially to what you talked about, to increasing voter turnout, just really understanding what it looks like, what they're voting for, and what it should look like. So thank you so much for bringing this. And I love to see young people really thinking critically about how to make their education better.
You want to respond?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Representative Johnson. We understand from previous experiences I remember going to DC, a field trip, meeting my congressman was really exciting, or even going to the state capitol, actually. I was in 3rd grade, getting to meet various different types of people. Makes you think about, you don't just have the right to vote, you have that privilege to vote. I mean, it is a privilege when you look at other countries across the world. I want to make sure everyone my age is not just aware, but knowledgeable about who's on the ballot and actually getting to meet them too, I think is a brilliant thing, a really impressive thing. We see all this, these polarizing posts from both sides. You're seeing these figures on your phones all day and you get mad and mad and mad, but you don't get to talk to them. You don't have a phone call with them. You don't actually engage with them. This is a great way for students to see them up close and personal. You guys are human beings. People don't even realize that. So this is a great way to interconnect you with your constituents. And I think students, they're going to be the future electorate one day, and they might have your seats one day too. So this will enhance the future of Tennessee. So again, we really appreciate it.
You may have opened up a can of worms here. Representative Mayberry?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Are you the young man that called me?
I am, yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to listen. I told you this on the phone, but you were very impressive on the phone, and I appreciate it when I see any young person come up and engaging in this way. So I appreciate that. I'll have a question for the representative when it gets back to him, but I just want to say that to you, man. You're impressive, and I appreciate you, and keep going.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you coming in and being engaged. You have a very good bill sponsor. You hopefully will be fine. We'll see what happens here. It could be close. You never know. I will vote for your bill, even though you beat Macaulay in football this year and knocked us out of the
Now our feelings.
in the full committee, I don't know. You might lose my vote. Without objection, we're going to go back into session. Thank you very much, young man.
Thank you, Chairman.
Hold on one second. Representative Mayberry, go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do have a question. Are we mandating these 3 field trips to the schools?
Representative Freeman?
Yes, and if you read it, it's very loose in what you can do. You can go to your local mayor's office. You can go to the governor's office. You can go to the General Assembly. You can go to your Board of Aldermen. You can go to a courthouse. If that's not available, you can do online instruction, and what that online instruction looks like is very loose as well. The idea is to encourage people to engage. We would love for them to engage in person, but we understand that can be restrictive, and so it allows for a bunch of different options for people to satisfy those.
Good. That's what the amendment did, is provide the flexibility that was otherwise rigid in the original language.
Yes.
Without seeing any more questions for the bill sponsor, I believe we're ready to vote without objection. Madam Clerk, please open the voting, please. Take and vote. It's going to be close. Madam Clerk, take the vote, please.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 ayes.
House Bill 1747, on receiving a majority of votes, will move to education.
Thank you, Chairman. One quick personal privilege, you don't mind. I'm proud of you for doing this. I'm also glad he's going off to college and not going to run against me in a couple of years, because I don't think I could withstand that one. But
Maybe we can talk him into it.
yeah, right. That would be a good one. He'd be a good one. So, Chairman, Committee, thank you very much.
Members, thank you for completing the business today. We for sure will have 2 bills next week. If we only have those 2 bills, that will conclude our committee for this session. Without being any other news, we are adjourned.